to go.
Both of the Nidalee pairings that we really like have been banned away here in the Camille and the Renekton, so Khan not going to go towards that just yet. Of course, he is the one player that we trust to play the Gnar towards the top side of the map. We'll see whether Gen G look at that when we head into the next ban phase, as it is going to be the classic purple bottom lane, Space Vein and Purple Cow, and B2D looking to see what he wants to pick up for most likely life there towards the bottom side. And it's looking like it will be the Lovers duo, as Rakan is locked away.
So, you know, the Xayah to the left of his portrait actually being very relevant in this case. The Showmaker, it looks like, hover the Orianna here. So a solid team fighting composition and a very standard meta composition for Damwon Kia. No flare here on their side.
Not so much, but there is a lot of magic damage. If you sort of, you know, assume that Kai'Sa is going to be doing a lot of magic as well as the physical, can be a little bit scary, as Quinn is going to be locked away from Ras, but a lot of finesse out of Gen G to make this work. Of course they can, right? Especially with early leads, and they're going to go for this gank on the top side to see whether that's going to make it work out. Blind comes through. Khan going to get flashed on and has to flash away, but still is going to die. First blood going over to the Lilia is great news and a great start for Flawless as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's just nothing traded back here really either. You know, Nidalee was in blue side. Yep. Life here can actually jump over this wall. Maybe respect this, but they're not.
Whoa. Grand entrance interrupted beautifully there by Beryl, as now they're looking to try and turn it around. Showmaker flashes forward with the shockwave, doesn't quite get it the way he wants to, as the orbs fly forward, and the Orianna's taken down. A double kill now for BDD, who's getting his vengeance on the map right now. Not against Chovy, of course, but thankfully finding himself once again.
Showmaker trying to make the heroic play happen with the shockwave, but it's just not enough. It's too little.
Blind just didn't know what was coming, you know? Maybe Rascal was still chasing him and still had Ignite, had Flash. There was a chance that Khan just dies there, so he does have to Flash to get himself out of the way.
But they get the Drake here, you know, which is really, really nice for Gen G. A nice start, and it's the perfect kind of Drake you want to actually at this stage of the game for the composition they're running, just a little bit of extra damage.
Yep, it's going to be the Mountain Drake up next, and then probably a Cloud Soul.
Probably.
So that's just how it works out here. Rascal will clear.
What's he going to spend on solo killing me, or not solo killing, but diving me? I'm just going to sit here. He's not missing any CS. He's only 2 down, in fact, at this stage.
Ooh, Khan has to hop to get himself out of the way. Oh, the blind is going to miss, but Khan looks like he's still dead. Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions, as Rascal grabs himself another solo kill. I think that's 10 for the season already.
He is just dominating the top lane matchup, every single one, including Khan, right? This is where I thought maybe the Unstoppable Force hits an immovable auto with her auto, which is kind of funny as Showmaker.
Oh dear, ulti comes down, flash forward from Rascal as the shockwave can't even go off. And Rascal's just getting out of control. Like, this is exactly what had to happen for Gen G, and everything that they needed to happen has happened.
Yeah, it's like the prophecy has come true.
Yeah.
What they prophesize in draft, and like, this is the one player you can't lose if you're going to contest Drake. The one player you can't lose, the one player who's going to set up your team fight for you, and he's just way out of position, doesn't have any vision, he's trying to rejoin his...
Oh no, the boomerang didn't even land there, as Rascal, he's going to land the blind, but that's going to be a beautiful crunch, and goodbye, my friend, on the top side. That's huge for Khan, being able to answer back there.
Yeah, that's also going to give him a ton of damage on this turret, if not the turret itself. Well, he doesn't have a second wave coming in just yet, but going to get a lot done. A little bit of an I guess overconfidence from Rascal is the best way to put it there, because the stun was...
You know, Flawless's different build path is going to be what gets them over the line in that regard. Certainly something that could turn the tides here in this fight.
Going to be a turret trade right now, but the question is, do they survive this? Like, Canyon, I don't think Rascal even knew he was here. He's going to die. And then what happens to Khan?
Okay, Khan actually going to move on in here as Canyon pounces away. Not actually far enough as now Khan. He's being baited in, has to flash. Void Seeker going to miss, but Khan is going to escape with his life.
That's huge that he survives, but they still lose Canyon. Again, I don't think Rascal even knew he was there. He was like, well, I was going over there to go ahead and grab a kill onto Khan. I see you on my way. Looking for a 2-for-1. I feel like we're not going to see that. It starts to feel like Gen G are just going to run away with this as Rascal once again. Looking for Khan.
Yeah, he picks up his boomerang as now he's trying to jump after Rascal, doing a fair bit of work, but gets blinded in the end. Showmaker looking for him. There's the Killer Instinct. Nails the Void Seeker, and that is the kill onto the Quinn. But it is a collapse of 3 people towards the bottom lane. Gen G not quite in position to capitalize.
Yeah, they're just going to make a big commitment to Canyon.
Whoa, that's a pole flash as the shockwave comes through as well. They just eviscerate the Xayah before she can even ult. Sleep comes down, lands onto a couple. The Unbreakable Will is going to be there. Beryl looking for that Pulverize, doesn't quite find the good positioning as Canyon gets that flash in right before the orb was going to take him out as Rascal now looking to collapse and grab these low health members. Blind comes down. Canyon throwing spears to deter them from getting here, and it looks like Gen G aren't going to be able to follow up. The phalanx of Damwon Kia not broken yet.
Yep, they stay together. They end up getting a 1-for-0. And, you know, the fact that they had to retreat, so we're going to watch this collapse onto Rascal right after this. You know, we can see if you look at the minimap, you can see as well, this happens. And everybody's still around the Baron side for Gen G. They have so much to clear that they can't actually trade that back. But you kill, right now, if you kill Ruler, the, you know, AD carry, you're like, okay, well, that's their damage gone. No, not in this composition. They're all damaged. So Damwon Kia actually can't stick around here. They have to leave. They can't fight in this choke point. But it was a nice, really well done surgical removal of Ruler from this game, and they do get a nice retreat here as well. But yeah, you can see that you can't just kill the AD in this game. You can't just kill the marksman and go, well, this fight is ours. Especially while Gen G is hovering on this choke, but they get forced away. Rascal on the flank.
This could be game over if this actually is a team fight win for Damwon Kia, because there are minions on Nexus turrets right now. There's a flash in, the 4-man Pulverize from Beryl. His Alistair's always so good. They wipe the floor with the Lilia. Now Life trying to get Showmaker here as Canyon gets a big old shield from the Command Protect. Rascal just flashes on over and grabs that kill, but Kaiser's going to fall down. A bit of gameplay has struck him in the face. As now Gen G, they're scattered, they're trying to run, and Ruler's just going to try and pick up the pieces of the base.
Yep, the inhibitor is down. Showmaker still has his ultimate available, so even trying to commit in here if Gen G was gonna...
Stun comes out from BDD though, throws down the ulti, and he is so strong. BDD is huge right now. And Void Staff doing a whole lot of work, but in the end, Ghost is gonna win the 1v1 against the Quinn. Precisely not what you want if you're a Gen G fan. That's going to even the playing field as now the shockwave onto 2 members. Featherstorm now on cooldown, but that's a very dead cow, and Ruler keeps himself safe.
Yeah, this was actually a bit sloppy, I feel, on the side of Damwon Kia here. You know, they are able to trade that kill back onto Rascal, but at the same time, it's kind of walking into that insane damage output was Beryl. I mean, he had an amazing Pulverize setup in the last fight, but this time was not the same sort of situation where Gen G were split. They were ready to actually turn on him and focus him down and front to back that fight. So a little bit of an awkward vision fight here where neither team really wants to take the commitment.
Yeah, it feels like
in favor of Damwon.
Yeah, Gen G were looking for some resets and did get slowed down, so we'll give Damwon Kia a little bit of extra time as we have a look at the replay of BDD just destroying a nice full tank, by the way.
Yep, does go down. Meanwhile, Rascal tries to flank Ghost here. And Ghost is who's flanking whom. Baron control to Damwon Kia after that vision sweep that they had.
Imagine if that bowling ball had have stole the Baron. Flawless, of course, had no blast cone, no flash, couldn't get in there against Khan, who's got himself a Thornmail. That Drake was there, and then it wasn't. As Canyon gonna get stunned up by BDD. That flash forward was a little bit odd from Beryl, doesn't quite find Rascal.
And because we're 6 Drakes in, we're gonna get the maximum 7 probably. Oh, hold that thought.
Yep, Canyon actually getting turned on, does have the Commander Protect as in goes Ghost and just pops Rascal once again. It's another solo kill. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we're going the distance on these 7 Drakes, and then we'll have the Elder Drake coming. That's where probably the game is really going to come to its logical conclusion.
But it's a 50-second death timer. This base was already broken. Khan's going to take the inhibitor down once again. The Baron is spawning right now. Like, that was the perfect time to get a pick. And that's what Rascal thought he was getting. But unfortunately, it works out the complete opposite. As now Canyon over here has the Primal Surge to keep himself safe, as well as having all of those shields. And thank goodness for Showmaker, able to keep alive. You know that Gen G haven't started this Baron. They're going to start it off now. Look at the Flawless, pretty tanky right here as the Void Seeker does not find them. full information given over to Damwon Kia, and Canyon's going to try and make this a 50-50. They just burst it down, though. Flawless, quick on the trigger finger as Life gets himself out of there, and Gen G steal it away. Khan trying to get through there with the boulder toss, but Gen G have just, it's highway robbery.
Yep. Baron. And Damwon Kia just didn't respond quickly enough. Now they have Baron buff for this really incredible fight. And what it looked like an impossible comeback for Gen G, it feels very doable now. As long as Ruler doesn't get picked here on the edge.
Yep, Ghost actually dashing on forward. Oh my god, the explosion of damage. Ghost is going, no, very close to falling down. I thought the gameplay button was going to do it, but Flawless jumps over and picks off the Kai'Sa. The Rakan's going to fall down, and there's the Xayah as well, as this fight is so much closer. Beryl going to be taken down by BDD, and now Khan's going to suffer the same fate. Canyon running for the hills, and it felt like Damwon had control, but then Gen G get the pick off, and Ghost is going to be kicking himself. Canyon, can he get in there? And he does! Takes down Rascal. 2 versus 1 now. Can Canyon actually save this as he's looking to try and get into the base? But no, he's not going to be able to.
Inhibitor. He has to back. He has to back. He has to try to slow this down. He has very little damage output against Baron minions that are coming down this base by himself. I mean, there's not much he can do, but he can't waste any time. He has to do anything. He has to hit any spears he can to try to stop this game from going down, but it just feels like it's too little too late. Yeah.
There are way too many minions. He can't actually stop them from crashing onto these Nexus turrets. BDD does way too much damage. Canyon knows that it's all over. Oh my goodness, stolen out of the jaws of defeat. They held on to the early game so well, did Gen G, but it felt like the comp wasn't necessarily going to be able to get them across the line. It doesn't matter though, because in the end, it's a skill check and Gen G come out on top.
Skill check, a great way to put it. Gen G get control of the midway for just one moment. Grab some wards, control the choke point, and Damwon Kia do not respond quickly enough. They are slow to the rotation. The damage output crushes the Barons instantly, and then they take a fight around the Elder Drake that just is simply not winnable for Damwon Kia with the damage.